Hi everyone, how are you? Good morning. Um, I am coming on live. I'm here in my car and I just said the rosary. But I wanted to bring up the 14th Amendment. So Jenna Griswold just lost um, the case she was a defendant on. And there's good reason for this. She was threatening to not put Trump on the ballot. So let's talk about the 14th Amendment because it's extensive. Okay, so first there's four sections. No wait, there are five five sections to the 14th Amendment. The first section I wanted to clarify. Um, so the first section talks about all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of the law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction, the equal protection of the laws. So the first section talks about allowing it's mainly for the states because the states are co-equal in powers and they are equally sovereign to the United States. So back in 1968, the states were denying black people the right to be U.S. citizens, the right to be citizens on the basis of color. And so the first section is purely for the black citizens who who were denied wrongfully of their right to be United States citizens. And so when Kamala Harris, she lied. She said that she meets the 14th Amendment. Um, she was not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. So at the time of her birth, her parents were not naturalized, and therefore, even though the state gave her citizenship, she is not a U.S. citizen because her parents were citizens of India and Jamaica. And they never naturalized and consented to the laws of the United States and relinquished their citizenship from their respective countries. So that is the reason why Kamala Harris is not eligible. She does not meet the qualifications for inheriting the right to run for the second or first highest office. The next section is on the representative shall be apportioned among the several states according to their respective numbers. Um, but when the right to vote at any election for the choice of electors for president and vice president, representatives in Congress, the executive and the judicial officers of the state, or any members of the legislators thereof, is denied any of the male inhabitants of such state being 21 of age and citizens of the United States, or in any abridged except for the participation in rebellion of other crimes, the basis of representation therein shall be reduced in proportion which the number of such male citizens shall bear to the whole number of the male citizens 21 years of age in each state. The Section 3, no person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of the president and vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or any state who have previously taken an oath as members of Congress or as officers of the United States or as any member of any state legislature or as any executive or judicial officer of the state to support the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid and comfort in the enemies thereof. But Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. So Jenna Griswold is using Section 3 to try to argue her case about Donald Trump being on the ballot, and she lost. Number one, the justice who heard the case doesn't have the jurisdiction to say that he's engaged in insurrection. There is no evidence of him engaging in an insurrection as to date. He has not been charged with an insurrection. He has not been charged with rebellion of anything. However, I question some people in Congress who are currently right now engaging in rebellion against the same and are enemies of the United States. Like, Kamala Harris, she keeps on doing these abortion laws, and Tlaib, who engaged in a rebellion and an insurrection, I question whether they actually understand what Section 3 is. So it's not valid until they charge Trump with an insurrection and they fine him for criminal activity. So they cannot bar him from being on the ballot. Section 4 is the validity of the public debt of the United States authorized by law, including debts incurred for payment of pensions and bounties for service in suppressing insurrections or rebellion, shall not be questioned, but neither the United States nor the state shall assume or pay any debt or obligation incurred in aid or of insurrection or rebellion against the United States, or any claim for the loss of or emancipation of any slave, but all such debts, obligations, and claims shall be held illegal and void. So the validity of the public debt authorized by law, including debts incurred for payment of pensions for services in suppressing insurrection, shall not be questioned. So did the United States suppress those insurrections at all? I question that it really was the Democrats who actually were engaging in insurrection, not Trump. But I really don't understand what's going on. I don't care. What I do care is that our state is taken back, and that we can, the power of the state can be stronger than the power of the federal government, because right now, I don't understand what's going on. And I'd rather just pray my rosary and just leave it to God and let Him handle it. The Section 5 is the Congress shall have the power to enforce by appropriate legislation the provisions of this article. So there you have it. Those are the 5 sections of the 14th Amendment. Thanks.